Okay, so listen. It's going to be a very short video. This is the podcast where I saw the interview. It's called PBD Podcast. This is the guy from that show, Valuetainment. Now listen, this interview, I very rarely promote interviews. He don't need a promotion because he got like a lot of followers. But listen, exactly, I'm not going to play it because I don't want to show you. Hold on. Hold on, give me 1 second. It said exactly 58 minutes and 12 seconds. 58 minute and 12 second mark. This video was uploaded 5 days ago. I'm going to give you a brief summary of what Dame said. Before it got to 58:12, Dame asked the camera guy or somebody, are you talking about a conspiracy? And then he asked the other guy, the host, are you talking about a conspiracy? No. What you mean? Is it a conspiracy? No, just tell me what you heard. And then listen, the guy was trying to talk and he said something about, you said this, did Jay said that, and Dame started being, listen, if you know Dame Dash, you got to pay attention to his mannerism. This was the stupidest thing your halfway wannabe smart ass did. This interview was filled with contradictions. But before I tell you what he said right here, I'm going to reiterate something he said earlier in this podcast. He literally says that I know what happened, not me. He said that he knows what happened to LAIYah, but he don't want to say it on air. He said, I'll tell you off air, meaning that Dame said he'll tell this guy. This is what I think. I think by Dame being black, he's afraid to tell what happened because he knows what the fuck happened. And he may even be, this is my opinion, he may be involved in what happened. And if he's not involved, he knows exactly what happened. But why haven't the government or anybody investigated the death of LAIYah? Because all these guys, Puffy has nothing to do with this, I'm not saying that. Hype Williams, in this same interview, Dame says, yeah, Hype be doing stuff like that. But this guy right here, the host, he is real. If you watch Valuetainment, this guy had a video with Sammy the Bull that was over 4 years ago, did like so many millions. He gets big time mafia affiliates on his show. Follow me. I think Dame is trying to throw the blame. He knows what happened, but he's not powerful enough to go against whoever may have been behind the so-called death of LAIYah. This is my opinion. Because he says, I'm going to let you hear it. He says, you said it's a conspiracy. What do you mean a conspiracy? LAIYah died in that plane crash. This is what he said. Almost like, and then he goes so far as to say, tell me what you heard. Tell me what you know, or something like that, so I can handle it. What do you know? What the fuck you mean tell you what they know so you can handle it? No? Are you going to go extort somebody, Dame? Like a lot of mafia people do, a lot of rappers? Because he turned back around and said, I don't want to have to deal with the bullshit. And earlier in this interview, he says, Puffy and Big was trying to copy him and Jay. Then he immediately, like he snapped and said, I wrote it down. He said, hold on. He says something like, Dame said, Puff and Big copied him and Jay. But he backtracked and said, we don't talk bad about each other in public. We had a clear line. I'm not going to do that for the brotherhood of hip hop. But the host never tried to make him talk bad about him. Listen, I'm telling you what's going on. Dame is trying to spin this host. So he goes on the, I don't know if this guy, I don't know his nationality, but I know he have quite a few mobsters on this show 4 years ago. I just seen him recently, but I looked at an interview with Sammy the Bull for 4 years ago. Then there was another mob guy on her about 3 or 4 years ago. Everybody knows that it's a common fact that even Sammy the Bull said it. It was a secret society, the mob, and they were into extortion and all these different things. Okay? Don King is one black man that was very powerful like the mob, because he pretty much had a lot of things to do with a lot of stuff. He's 91. I'm not going to talk bad about him. God bless him long enough to live this long, but he is a dirty ass man according to, you know, a certain underworld. But Italians, not all Italians, a lot of Italians and a lot of Russians have been known to be, when it comes to the mob, have been known to be extortionists. Some over gambling and some over rappers and hip hop. I think that Dame Dash tried to make a strategic move to go on this guy. He didn't go on Valuetainment. He went on this podcast that this guy hosts by himself, because I don't know exactly where this guy come from. But I think this guy has a lot of connections. This is just what I think. I think that whoever this guy is, maybe he comes from a family of mobsters, or maybe I don't know where the hell he come from, but he's very fucking smart. So Dame is trying to spin him, but he's on top of it, but he's not backing down. Dame is trying to act like this guy is leading him, but he's not. He's trying to control the conversation like he do with a lot of black hosts. But why is he willing to tell a man who's not black about a black woman that died in a plane crash? If she died in a plane crash, and that's all it was an accident, and she died in a plane crash, what the fuck are you gonna tell him off the air? I think, this is my opinion, it's a possibility that Dame could have information about Aaliyah's death. And since the Italians, not all of you guys, but since a lot of Italian people who are mob affiliated, now I don't know if this guy's Italian, I don't know his ethnicity, and I'm not even alluding to the fact that he's a mob member. I don't think he's part of the mob. Obviously, if he was interviewing a government or somebody that snitched, Sammy the Bull. But Sammy the Bull explained why he told. And then I looked at things a little different, because I don't know if it's necessarily that he told to be a rat, or did he tell like, yeah, motherfucker, you want to throw me on the bus, we both gonna go to jail. I think it was more or less like, motherfucker, okay, we both going to jail. I'm going to jail, then I'm gonna tell on you, and we both gonna be in here because you're trying to cross me out. So you have to look at that interview. But listen to this, just listen.
He starts, being with you for you.
You said, don't you want to find out what happened? And I want to know what you heard. I'm asking you what you heard happened. Why you got in a plane crash?
If Lenny Kravitz offer his plane?
Yeah, because Hype did some bullshit.
So why would Hype say no for?
Because Hype's a sucker for that, and I'm never gonna forgive him for that. So period. We know it ain't no conspiracy. I've been told y'all that. So you asking me, did I find out the conspiracy? If I'm curious, I told you I already know. So I'm asking you what you know that I don't.
Yeah.
So if you know something I don't, let me know so I can go deal with it.
I don't.
He said, if you know something I don't know, let me know so that I can go deal with it. He said there's no conspiracy. I've been saying that Aaliyah died in a plane crash, but I'm going to upload a video. It's going to mess you guys up what somebody told me, but I had to look it up first to see if it's any validity to what he said. This motherfucker Dame Dash is a dirty ass dude. And he said, yeah, because Hype be on some bullshit. What kind of bullshit was Hype on? And if you love Aaliyah like you say you do, then why are you protecting Hype Williams? Why did you try to silence this man when he said Lenny Kravitz? Now, Lenny Kravitz is powerful enough to be able to say whatever the fuck he want to say. So why is it that Lenny Kravitz hasn't spoken up? He spoke up about trying to give him the plane. But people need to get to the bottom of what the fuck happened to Aaliyah. Because I think, although R.KELLY deserves to be in jail, I'm starting to believe something that he has said a long time ago about them trying to throw this whole shit with Aaliyah off on, well, this death of Aaliyah off on him. So what people are doing, you automatically deflected to the fact that he married a 15-year-old. But Dame was fucking her. She was in Jay-Z face. She was in the dude that be with Lil Wayne face. What's the little guy? the one that died. Remember the guy Static that was like her best friend. He just popped out of nowhere and died. The one that sing, damn, I know the name of the song. I didn't want to. I can't think of the song. But anyway, that was like a guy that was real close to her. She was around Missy, Timberland, and all the rest of these people. How the fuck can she die? And they try to act like it was a plane crash, but he trying to stop this man from talking. I don't want to play it. I'm going to let you guys go back, because I don't think you can play more than 30 seconds if a person don't let you share their content. This dude is full of bullshit. And once again, that's from the PBD, Paul Brown Daniel podcast, PBD, and the title was Dame Dash Heated Debate / Diddy Drama / Jay-Z Feud / PBD podcast. But at first, this fucking title was something else. It said something like, Dame Dash reveals the truth about LAIYAH death. Dame Dash, are you a fucking extortionist? Are you trying to tell this man off camera because he's not black, and you may know that he may have the affiliation to be able to go tell somebody else what happened to LAIYAH and put him in a line of fire to clear your mother freaking conscience? But no, if I was him, I'll say, no, that's cool. I don't even want to know. Because you don't need to tell me nothing. Because once you tell, he's such a snake. Once he tell this guy something and the guy don't decide to go to the authorities, that leaves this host of the PBD podcast in a position to be extorted for not cooperating by telling the government that he knows information about a murder. Or either once he tells him, that can make this guy be a part of some shit that he don't even want to be a part of. You don't know if Dame Dash is recruiting for the Illuminati. We don't know what the fuck is going on. And why does he seem to have such a disdain for Lyor Cohen? But if you got that much of a disdain for Lyor Cohen, you need to go find them underage girls that him and that motherfucker Russell Simmons was accused of messing with. You're talking about Aaliyah. Talk about Jay-Z when you had Jay-Z when he was singing Sunshine, when he was up there singing Ain't No Nigga Like the One I Got, when she was holding her crotch like she had a dick with that grown-ass man, Jay-Z, motherfucker. What about when he had Tiara Taylor, Dame Dash, you fucking liar? I'm going to, I promise you, I'm going to get, not to the bottom of it, but with other people on YouTube, they going to figure out what the fuck is going on, because this is the worst mistake you ever made. You should have never did this podcast, because what it was, you got around somebody that was not black. And you didn't become aggressive like you do on Breakfast Club and all the rest of the places. Yeah, like you scared to say something about Diddy. But I bet you it's some motherfucking skeletons in your closet. And I bet you, the people on YouTube, they gonna find out about it. Have a good day.